Well, they originated from North Shields. You'll see from one of the newspaper cuttings. My grandfather was an ancestor of the Peel family, and there's a statue of his great great grandmother on the short South Shields. She was, I forget, Hannah Peel called her, and she was actually a smuggler, I think, but she did try to stop people being cajoled into going to sea. Press gang type of thing. Yes, so there's this statue on the green just above the river. I've been to see that. And they lived in, as I say, North Shields. My grandmother was from Cullercoats area, and a famous Lyle family, I think they were from, and Ferguson's, were all to do with fishing. And my grandfather was a first engineer for about 20 odd years. And the fact I just realised this morning, I found his book that sailors had to have as a record of the ships that they served on. And in 1917, he was the first engineer on a certain ship. So it must have been soon after that when he retired from sea, I presume. And he must have had the idea of sort of starting off with a fish business. My father died in 1985, so my mother ran the shop, and Ramsey, the brother. And mother died in 2007, and she said that had to be sort of the finish of the business. So that's how we closed. I mean, one of the highlights in the later years was there used to be a youth club here in the village hall, and on a Friday night, so they would parade down from here for fish and chips, well, chips mainly, and pop. Right, well, the shop stood empty for a while, but sort of after that, there was a gentleman who lived at Rowland Scale, and he used to do voluntary work at Beamish. And I think the story was he had the miniature railway, which used to run in the grounds of this house for a charity event for garden parties. And I think it eventually went up to Beamish. And he told them the story, I think, at Beamish, that the shop was empty and the range and everything was still there. And I think they got the idea of the pit village, which was already there with a chapel, I think. And they got the idea of building a fish and chip shop there. And he said, oh, well, I know where you can get a fantastic range and equipment. And so the head chap from Beamish came down, had a look around and said, etc., would like it. So they especially built the fish and chip shop at Beamish for it. Oh, and then one of the major highlights was when the King made a film, and they used the shop as for one of the scenes, and Kevin Whately and Robson Green, they were there, and for a few days, and the village was alive then with all the television equipment.
Roughly when was this?
About 2007, was it? No, about 2010, something like that. I mean, they even came and repainted the inside of the shop to fit in with the 1940s wartime. It was a wartime film. December before Ramsey died, he wanted to have a last visit there, so to speak. And so there was a big, you'll see the photographs I've shown you. There was about 20 odd of us of the family went up, and they opened the shop early for us, and they made chips. And Ramsey told his stories then as well to the people who were working there, you know. It was amazing. But as I say, it was always sort of a partnership, so to speak, you know, family. As I say, the last time was last December, but I think I've only been there 2 or 3 times, you know, since it went up there. You know.